Hey everybody, I'm Brad Williams, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV, an equal opportunity employer. They even employ midgets.
Boom. Hey, it's Jeffrey Gurian here for Comedy Matters TV, and I am here with Brad Williams. How's it going, man?
Oh, you kidding me? This is great. Montreal Comedy Festival. We got 32 comics all over here doing interviews. This is fantastic.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's like comedy camp.
I liken it to the comedy version of the NBA All-Star Weekend, because we're all in one area and there's always a lot of gold diggers around, and I'm okay with that.
Comedy groupies.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. Groupies is a derogatory term. We prefer to call them chuckle fuckers.
Last time I saw you, man, you were in Gotham. You were headlining Gotham, and I think it was Lisa Lampanelli who gave you that great shout-out. Wasn't that cool of her?
Yeah, that was fantastic. She was doing a show on, I think, Access Comedy, and I was in the audience, and she told people to come to my show, and Lisa and I are friends. She's absolutely lovely, and that just shows you why she is where she is, because A, she's funny, and B, she's professional and kind, and absolutely love that woman.
She's very generous. That's because a lot of comics wouldn't do that, and it really struck me that she took the time out of her show to promote your show. I thought it was just very cool.
Yeah, exactly. She is very generous with her time. She is also very generous with her vagina to black people, and for that she should be commended.
Right. But since she lost the weight, she's actually now sharing it with white people as well.
I know. She's a giver. She gets the Heidi Fleiss Award at the end of the day, because she just whores herself out to everything. So that's awesome. I love you, Lisa Lampanelli.
Right. Shout out to Lisa Lampanelli.
Yeah.
So tell me about what you're doing up here. This is the Megastars interview thing, right? I mean, it's the biggest people here.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, if you have the biggest people, you gotta have a dwarf. Is that insulting to you? Because everyone else has very larger than life personalities, and you're like, oh, I guess I got a midget. But okay. No.
So, what do you use, midget or dwarf, or it doesn't matter?
I use all of them. I don't really care. To me, it's not like if you call me a midget, I immediately have to start doing a midget thing. Like, it's like, oh, you're a midget. Now it's like, now I have to start making you cookies. Like, it's not like that at all.
Do people assume that all little people know each other?
Yeah.
Like they feel like white people think all black people know each other?
Everyone wants to know if I have...
Tight with Peter Dinklage?
Yeah, they all want to know that, if I've got his number in my phone. And I was like, hell no, he's way too famous for me.
He's an old friend of mine, as a matter of fact.
Get the hell out of here.
He was in one of my earliest films, before he was famous.
Yeah.
I had him in a film called Men Who Dance Where They're Not Supposed to.
Wow.
It's actually on the internet.
I will watch that. Yeah. That's amazing.
Great.
His career is going so well. Like, hell, if they made a movie and called it the Brad Williams story, it would be starring Peter Dinklage. Like, it's nuts. It's nuts.
That's an idea. That is an idea.
Absolutely.
So, when did you start turning your life into comedy? Like, you know, there are many little people, but not everyone does comedy. It takes a lot of courage to talk about yourself on stage. How did that come about for you?
For me, it was my father, because my father is not a dwarf. Shocker. Yeah, he's not a dwarf, and he knew that I'd be made fun of as a kid. So his philosophy was to make fun of me first, and do it in a supportive way. So he would make fun of me and then tell me, all right, hit me back with something. So he was essentially heckling me from age 3. So so then, like, when I got to kindergarten and school and kids make fun of me, I would have comebacks, and I would immediately hit them back with them, and they'd just knock them back, and then, like, they wouldn't know what to say to me anymore. So I bullied the bullies, and
you were a roast battler from the time you were a child.
From day one, man, from day one. And then I just thought it was a logical step. My dad always taught me that when I meet people, if I start off with a joke, so let them know that I'm comfortable with my dwarfism, then they will be more likely to be comfortable with me. So that was kind of my philosophy the entire time.
Now that's an awesome story, and it's so interesting that your dad took that tack.
Yeah.
Because parents, there's no rule book to be a parent.
No, and especially not a child with disabilities. Like many people with a child who has a disability, they become super overprotective, such as what's going on right now in the Mike Ward case here in Canada.
I'm not familiar with it. Fill me in.
Oh, jeez. The Mike Ward case. All right. Mike Ward is an immensely talented comic. He does a lot of edgy material. He made fun of a singer here who is a child who has disabilities, and he made a joke about him. The child and the mom sued Mike Ward for the joke, and the verdict just came down not too long ago, right at the beginning of this festival. Mike Ward has to pay $42,000 to that family
for the joke.
For the joke. Wow. So we are fighting. He is appealing. Callbacks are getting the word out that this is unacceptable. If you come at one of us, you're coming at all of us, and we can't start to dictate who we are allowed to joke about and not joke about, and what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And they're like, well, it's a kid with disabilities. It's like, yeah, I was a kid with disabilities, and if you made fun of me as a kid, great. I'm just gonna work harder than you. I'm gonna make more money than you, and I will fuck your girlfriend in front of you.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's great. That's a great attitude, man.
That is my attitude to have. I don't care how ugly your girlfriend is either. I will do it in front of you just to make a point. Just to make a point. That's it. So,
do you find that there are certain women that are drawn to that, to people with disabilities? Is that a thing?
Literally in my hotel room right before I came down here, there was an adult film star that looked me up on Twitter and was like, "Hey, I've never done that," and I was like,
"I love that. That is so fucking cool. That is amazing. No, it's really very cool."
Oh, it's great. It's great for me too. I'm happy if a woman has a bucket list.
No, that's great, man. To just be open about yourself and be honest. My comedy is very different. I don't really talk about myself much, and I always admire people that do.
How do you not talk about this?
This, I know.
How do you not?
Because I let other people talk about it.
How do you not talk about maybe the greatest mullet in comedy? How do you not talk about this thing?
I do. No, I mention it. I definitely mention it, but I don't go into details about my life. I haven't gotten to that point yet, and I admire people who do. There's a certain level of honesty that you can bring to the stage that is very appealing to an audience. They really respect that, you know? And I'm doing material.
Right.
And I feel like someday I want to do what you do.
Well, it's definitely a mullet. Here's the business. Here's the party. Are you kidding me? Slow sides.
See, I'm learning something every day. Tell me what shows you're doing up here.
I'm doing the Nasty Show. I'm doing my own show. I'm doing the goddamn Comedy Jam. I'm doing 2 different tapings. We are taping a performance of the Nasty Show, and that will be on Showtime in the States. So I don't know when, but keep on the lookout for the Nasty Show. I'll be hosting that. So
awesome. I'll be there.
Yeah, there you go, my friend.
Great to see you, man.
Hey, always a pleasure.
Thanks so
to see
much.
You.
Thanks so much.
You're great. Thanks, buddy.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Comedy Matters TV. To check out some of our other videos, click on the boxes on either side of me. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Not just for me, but for my parents.